Alright. Now before I... Up here real quick. Now before we continue this, I want everybody to notice one thing here, and I'm going to actually try to stand back here. Because I actually want y'all to see this. I'm going to stand back here. I don't know if y'all can see this real well, so... Here we go. Yeah, sorry, I know this is taking a couple seconds. I don't know who can see this. In case you're wondering, yes, this is a football jersey with the number on the day that I was born. It was 27. I was born on May 27th, 1981. But if you'll notice one other thing, yes, this is a football jersey that houses this. A football with a maple leaf on it, kids. That's right. The Canadian Football League. Just so those people who think I'm fucking around saying that I actually enjoy the league, you all can now officially blow me. Anywho, I know I say that a lot probably, but in this case it is honestly kind of true. The reason for this, though, is because I mentioned the thing about Mr. Cowherd. The funny part about him is, I actually listened to his radio show a couple times, and it drove me up the goddamn wall when he ripped this fine league. Because while I'm American, I call myself an honorary Canadian. You see, if there's one thing I can tolerate, it's watching, or if there's one thing I want to see, it's good football. And to me, the Canadian League is a lot faster and a lot more enjoyable. And I think if Americans got the chance to be exposed to it a little bit more, you all would get that opportunity a lot better. It is almost all the games air on ESPN 360. So when the season starts, you might want to check that out. At least I think it's still going to be on ESPN 360. There's some bullshit going on soon. But, yeah. He, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's for shock value or what it is, but, he basically at times has ripped the sports league. He actually called the team of the jersey that I'm wearing, instead of by their real name, he called them the Calgary Snow Tires. Actually, for those wondering, this is the symbol of the Calgary Stampeders, who won the Grey Cup 2 years ago, you stupid motherfucker. And if I seem a little bit passionate, a little bit vulgar about this man, let me explain something to y'all. Especially my good friends to the north, alright? So I try to keep my camera on. That's it's a little weird. But we'll get it. Anyway, go on and continue. I support a good sports league. I support longevity. I support the fact that here's a sports league. They don't have that many teams, but my God, then in 2 years, after this year, I guarantee you they'll probably still have a football season, because the NFL right now has the NFLPA and the big time sports league that everybody praises. Oh my God, we have so much slavery peace. Yada yada yada. Blow me. The NHL's having issues right now, too, sadly. But I have a feeling they'll get their shit together a lot quicker than the NFL will, because guess what? The NHL doesn't want to go through another work stoppage because it could kill their league. The NFL, for whatever reason, is sitting there going, oh, well, if we have to go have a work stoppage, we have money in the kitty, we could probably get a bunch of scabs like we did in 1987. And yes, okay, here's one for you, for those of you who want to say, well, the CFL's had issues with a commissioner. You know what? I, an American, have been asked, and I've been putting this off, and I'm going to because hey, I've got enough Canadian red running through me right now, and it's not just Calgary red, mind you, but I have enough Canadian red in me to write that blog in defense of the sports league that gets screwed over here, especially by ESPN, because ESPN has their nose stuck so far up Roger Goodell in the NFL's ass that's not even funny. Meanwhile, you know, you, you got all these other sports leagues. Okay, well, Major League Baseball. Okay, let's talk about that for a second, because what are the two teams they cover? Two, and like the what 30 they got, and the whole league, and the whole league, and the whole hot stove is what does the New York, what are the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox doing? Who gives a fuck? There's 20 some other teams you can look at too, but nobody gives a shit, and it's actually very sad. It really, really is. I mean, I'm watching y'all, and I'm like, please. And then you got Skip Bayless. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a better name for him. Skip Bayless. Does that man have... Oh, I'm sorry. His name's not Skip. It's John fucking Edward Bayless. Can we get that straight? You got Jay Crawford who sniffs his rear end so much that every time somebody gets a good point against him, Skip has to go, hey Jay, can you help defend me? Please. If Skip Bayless spent 5 minutes with me, I'd have him crying. And I'd have the ESPN censors cringing. Actually, no, I think I could behave myself at 10 o'clock in the morning. Because here's the problem. I won't take Skip Bayless's bullshit. You're not going to cut me off. You're not going to sit here pounding a desk like an idiot. Looking like some fucking retard. Okay? I've dealt with people who've had, mental issues. And I respect those people. But you, Mr. Bayless, you have a bigger issue. I swear to God. You sit there and you're like this. You gag, you pound the desk and you wave your arms and you flail like a freaking retard. And then we have to listen to you ramble for like 10, 15 minutes a segment. And I'm sitting there going, oh, Jesus Christ, please let this end now. Makes me wonder why you can't go back to either Jim Rome Show, why you can't go back to the newspaper that you work for and spew your venom there. By the way, to El Presidor, if you're wondering where the name LeBrick comes from, because I saw it in a comment in one of your videos, he earned the nickname LeBrick because Skip Bayless honestly thinks that, excuse me, that he has a horrible three-point percentage, or that he needs to, be able to shoot threes. When last I checked, he doesn't. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I'm not one of his biggest haters either. Okay? And I can't stand the NBA for the life of me. But that's where that nickname came from. If you're interested, please watch this video and you'll understand it. So we got Skip Bayless. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like ESPN, for whatever reason, threw their hands up and went, oh, we need a shock jock. Hey, let's get Colin Cowherd. Hey, let's get Skip Bayless. Not like we don't already have Jim Rome. Oh, that's right. He has to somehow temper his act because, God forbid, his 7:30 show, when it was on, was actually really good. Now it's like, fuck, he's a G... He can't do the segments he used to do. The only one they pretty much... The only ones they let him keep are the Final Burn, and I think the, oh God, what was it? Alone with Rome in the Forum. That's it. So here's a bottom line for you all. ESPN is not the worldwide leader in sports. Y'all have a good day now.